Hey guys, so I'm all rollered up. I'm going out tonight, so I wanted to make this video. It's a little bit different than what I normally do because it is Candy Hair Company's um, company page. I usually do all hair related things, and being on YouTube and you're just doing hair related things, it can get a little bit boring. So I decided, recently that I'm going to step out of the box a little bit in regards to hair. I mean, when you're dealing with hair, you're dealing with beauty, right? So I decided that I'm going to start doing more things that are related to beauty and hair and, that type of stuff. So one of the things that I have I've been wanting to do a video about is makeup brushes. Anybody who knows me, anybody who's seen my pictures on Facebook knows that I have a dying addiction to makeup brushes. I'm not wearing any makeup right now. I don't wear makeup on an everyday basis. Like, I do not wear makeup to go to the mall or go to the grocery store, or pretty much I don't wear makeup. I wear makeup when I'm going on YouTube or maybe when I'm going out. But to say, putting a full face of makeup on, no. I just have an addiction to brushes. So I've always wanted to buy MAC brushes, and for the life of me, my soul could never pay the amounts that those brushes were. And I always kind of picked up my brushes here, there, and everywhere. Even though I have a lot, I always kind of pick them up from like different places other than MAC. I've gone into the store. I've said to myself, I'm going to go buy some brushes today. And as soon as I look at the prices and I'm like, okay, I want like 5 or 6 brushes, and I look at the amount, I'm like, so anyways, I was watching this video by this gentleman. I cannot remember his name. He is a makeup artist. And I had watched this video over a year ago, and the video was about alternative brushes. I also watched a couple of reviews about other companies' brushes, and the next set of brushes I thought I was going to buy was Sigma brushes. Now, Sigma brushes are definitely way cheaper than the MAC brushes, but when you're buying a roll, it can go anywhere upwards to, I think, about $120, and the shipping to Canada is like $35, so you're looking at about $150 again. And I'm like, no. So anyways, I had a trip recently to the United States. I live close to the New York border in Buffalo, and I decided to go visit Michael's, yes, the craft store. And I ended up buying some brushes. So I'm going to show you the brushes that I ended up buying, and I'm going to tell you what brush is similar to it in MAC, and this is what I'm currently using. I'm using professional painting brushes to apply my makeup now, and assorted brushes that I've bought in the past, but I wanted to get rid of some of those brushes and buy new brushes. So the very first brush that I want to show you guys would be a replacement to the 134 large powder brush, which is in Canada $62.50 for the brush. So what I ended up buying is this brush. Let me show you. It's the XXL large low Carnell brush round mop. So instead of paying the $62.50, I believe I paid around $7 for this brush. It's a large brush. I use it typically to get that airbrush look when I'm applying my powder, to set my powder, set my foundation. I will dip it in, and see, it has a lot of coverage, and it's an excellent brush. So this is the XXL low Carnell mop brush that I use in a replacement for the 134 large powder brush for $62.50. $7, $62.50, and it works just as well. I love this brush. Another brush that I had bought, this one is Low Carnell. This is the Maxine Mop 270. It's a flat brush, but I was looking for something to apply my foundation. Now I do have a couple of foundation brush, you know, the long, narrow, kind of looks narrow like this. I find that it eats away a lot of my foundation. I mean, like, it uses up a lot of foundation, so I wanted something else that was a little bit looser, that can give me a good blending, because I don't like to just see like foundation. I like to blend it in. So this brush, excellent job of doing that. It's large, it can get around your nose area, there, your forehead. I mean, to apply liquid foundation, this is the brush that I will now be using. And I paid, I think it was like either $7 or $6 I paid for this brush, but this is what I will be using. I'm not sure what brush I would consider to be the replacement for the MAC brush, but I do see a number of brushes. I'm on the website right now, and it can either go for the 129 powder, which is powder blush brush, that is $42, but that's the closest thing that I see to this brush. So the next brush that I bought was another Low Carnell. This one is a 1/2 inch brush, 270 Maxine Mop. This one I would use for a couple different things. Either I would use this to apply concealer under my eye, because it actually fits in really nicely underneath there, as you can see. I would probably use this as a concealer brush, or I can use this as a large brush for my eyeshadow. So this is what I would use this for. Now if I had to compare it to another brush that MAC has, I do see something close to it, which is the shader brush. It's the 242 shader brush for $30. I paid about $5 for this brush, so 45. There's a big difference, and it's very soft. It's you can't compare in price. The next brush that I bought was another Low Carnell brush. It's another 272 Dome Round. See there? Now with this brush, I would actually use this for crease. Anything that I'm doing for the eye right in here, this is what I would use as a crease brush. See, it fits in really nicely there. Again, the hair is very soft. You can tell the bristles are of good quality. It does not shed when you pull it. If I have to compare this brush, I would probably compare it to maybe the tapered blending brush, the 224 MAC brush, and it's $37.50. I paid about $4 for this brush. So I'm not familiar. I've never actually used any, but I'm on the website right now for MAC, and I'm comparing the look of the brush. Or you could use as it would be a concealer brush. I don't know what's a concealer brush here. Another brush that it kind of looks like is also the 217 blending brush for $27.50. Again, you cannot compare the price. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. Then I have this one, which is like a flat, if you could see that, flat edge to it. Again, the hairs are very soft, very good quality, nothing's shedding. This brush is it's called Darefoot Artistry Loft Level 2 Artist Brush. So this is not Low Carnell, but still really happy that I got this brush. I would probably use this something to do with blending, because it has a flat surface to it. So I would maybe use this, you know, in hair, or you know, if I wanted to get something down in hair, I would probably use this brush. It's very tapered, so you know, it'll give it a clean line, but definitely use it for something to blend out because of the flat edge on it. If I had to compare it to something on MAC, not seeing a brush that looks very similar. Maybe the 275 medium angle shading brush for $30. It looks quite similar to that. That one has a little bit more of a rounder head. This one's actually really flat, but that's what I would actually compare it to. I paid about $3 for this brush. And the last brush that I purchased is another company. It's Royal and Langnickel, a number 2 brush. It looks like an angled brush that I would either use for my eyebrows, or I would use for a liner on my eye or on my top of my eyelid. This is what I really needed a new one, because the one that I have is getting really old, and I really did need a new one. This brush is really long, but you know, I'm holding it from here. It doesn't affect anything that I'm doing even with the length of it. So this brush would be really good as an angle brush, because it has a really thin, it's very thin. Oops. Let's see. It's wide, but it's thin. So this is definitely what I would probably use it as an eyeliner brush. And if I had to compare it to something, again, to the MAC brushes, it would probably be the 266 small angle brush, but this one's a little bit bigger, so maybe it's the 208 angled brow brush. There's a couple angle brushes that MAC has. So I mean, again, I'm not a professional when it comes to, or have any experience with MAC brushes, but that's basically what I would use it for. So anyways, that's pretty much it for this video. I just wanted to show you my brushes that I bought. So in total, I probably spent about, if even, $50 for all these brushes, and they're all of good quality. These are professional painting brushes, so I mean, in regards to durability and how long they would last, I would believe that they would have a long lifespan to them, because again, a lot of these people use these to do paintings and things like that. The brushes wash really well, because I've actually washed the large one already. They wash really well, they form back really well, and I just find them to be very good quality brushes for the price in comparison. Nothing against MAC brushes, it's just that I cannot afford them. So this is a very good alternative. And when I go back to the States, I will be buying more. Or I'll probably find somewhere in Toronto that I could buy some more of these brushes from, and probably replace all the brushes that I have, because they are getting old, and I'll probably buy all artist brushes to do my makeup. So that is my video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to comment. Let me know, have you guys used any of the artistry brushes to do your makeup? Do you have another company that you would suggest that has affordable brushes? Rate, comment below. Thanks for watching, ladies. Bye.